Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Jay.
My name is Colleen.
And I'm You Will Know When It's In.
Oh, God. And welcome to the show.
I mean, there were some pretty good ones. Thanks for stealing that one. Let me just say one of the other ones right now. Comma is struggling to get it in.
I said, I got to write that one down.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And for those that our first bonus episode of the Jay and Jack Show got released this week for our patrons that donate $5 or more a month. And in that episode, Jack, I know you probably listened to it. Yes, since you haven't even listened to a single Jay and Jack Show episode yet.
I listened. I powered through them today.
Oh wow, you had to power through them. That's good.
Well, I'm just saying. I didn't listen to them.
I was going to say this sounds strange.
I will listen to them.
The first segment of the bonus episode was a lot of the different takes of your opening. The show,
okay.
And showing how lame some of your names were.
Well, there wasn't a lot to go on. I mean, it's just,
Sure.
It's easier when there's an episode.
Uh-huh.
Even with Lost, sometimes it was like nothing really happening that you can use.
Hashtag lazy podcasting. You heard it here, folks.
But Jeff, he had, like Colleen said, he had several today I could have used.
That's also what she said.
And Jeff was hoarse, but he was still able to talk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yes, we had another fun episode of Survivor. I know, Jack, you've had some beefs.
No, this is the best
one.
This is the best one so far.
Okay, well, it's only the third episode, so I mean.
Well, I mean, the first two were kind of.
I have some beefs with like Wentworth's like really awkward.
It's
angry
not awkward.
faces?
She just kind of has,
No, she doesn't have resting bee face. She has
active bee face.
No, she has. I'm going to kill you, Pete face.
I know. It's just very. I don't know.
Well, I think she probably knows this is her last chance. Would you think so? This is their third time on the show.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually, 10 years from now, I mean, there's 4-time.
Yeah, Survivor Legacy.
Are they going to give her a Rob season where they?
Oh, I bet you
put her with just I mean, so I think that. There's probably, or maybe she doesn't want to do it again.
Oh, I can't imagine. She seems like actually naturally competitive person. I can't see her not wanting to.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this could possibly be her last chance.
Yeah, regardless.
And if she goes out early, who's going to want to see her back again?
Well, it depends. Then she just gives real good face during her Extinction Island, Edge of Extinction or whatever it's called.
Edge of Extinction.
That's why. Well, I mean, the thought of her going home this week and being on the Extinction Island with Reem and Keith.
I know. Jay just started laughing out loud at one point. He was like, I was like, she hates them.
Yeah, I know. Like, just that would be her own personal hell.
They wouldn't have to raise the flag
she
because
would have.
Yeah, I know, right? She would have raised it for them.
Yeah, no, she would have strung them up the flagpole.
Well, no, for a minute, though, I thought that...
Or mast, what is it called?
The mast, yeah. I thought for a minute that she may possibly be going home and would run into Reem at Edge of Extinction, and, that whole, showdown between the two of them, that's what it had been, setting up or foreshadowing, but alas, it did not. Unfortunately,
Chris is an idiot.
Yeah, Jay's genius pick.
Whoa. He's not. I don't think he was one of my final 3 picks.
No, he wasn't, but
he was
the whole
just
time
I really think he's attractive pick, that's all.
There's that honest guy that wants to be honest. And
I
have to lie.
I feel like I was just like, you idiots.
Yeah, I know. He was kind of island hot today, I'll give you that.
He's been island hot the whole time.
He hasn't.
It's like the sweat glistening off his abs.
Ew. No, that's actually not.
No? Well, he has a little sprayer.
He's no
he's
no Ken as a 10. He is no Ken as a 10.
I would say he's more attractive than Ken as a 10.
No, he is not a Ken as a 10.
I say you put them side by side.
Even who was that dummy that was the season after Ken as a 10 who went around and told everybody that he had the idol but didn't want everybody to You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Something's my guy. What was his name?
Oh, that's right. He was like your sequel to Ken as a 10.
Yeah.
I forget.
And he was like, Multiplicity, where the sequels get dumber and dumber
Yeah,
each
like
time.
just like that. Yeah, it was a bad pick. But anyway,
what was his name?
it doesn't matter.
He had the fake
All that
romance
matters is
showmance
Chris
with
blew
the
it
Virgin
this
Jessica.
week. I mean, in an episode where you have
Jessica,
a
was that her
player
name?
that hurt their ankle,
She was cool.
like flipped out over, even though she eats chicken or eats meat in real life.
I don't understand that.
And then steals the flint, and everyone knows she stole it. And if you can't just go with the easy flow vote that week, and you get voted out, like, I'm sorry, Chris, man, I really did dig you, but you kind of blew this one up.
Well, I think it was David's idea to do it.
But David told him.
It was very
He said, do not tell War
said,
Dog. If you tell War Dog, it's going to blow up in your face.
Because David knows how to read people.
Yeah.
And he knows that David wants to run the show. So you can't go to the guy that wants to run the show and tell him, this is what we're going to vote.
War Dog, yeah. Exactly.
Honestly, I'm surprised, though, that David went with the Chris vote.
No, I'm with you completely, and maybe we should save it for that discussion. But I feel like the better move would still get to get Wentworth out.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can talk about that during that segment. We'll talk about that in the recap. Before we get to that, I want to thank people that make the show possible. Our patrons. Again, we have a lot of bonus content going on right now for our patrons that give $5 or more a month.
We do.
Broadcast had their first bonus episode. The Ramblecast After Dark is doing 3 bonus episodes a month. The first Jay and Jack bonus episode got released this week. It was an hour and 17 minutes of extra content from all of the people that Jack and I interviewed.
Which might be the longest podcast Jay has done in years.
He's a little worn out.
And as well as extra stuff from Jack and I having.
I was shocked we've had no discussion from our Robert Kraft talk from the. I thought it was pretty. I thought there'd be a few Patriots fans would be upset by it.
Yeah, well, it was released the following week and a half after the news, so in today's news cycle, perhaps.
But still, Patriots fans, they'll remember things from 100 years ago if you said wrong about them.
Maybe finally the Patriots fans are on it. But let's move on from there. We're not here to talk about the Patriots. This is a Survivor podcast. But anyway, a lot of cool stuff we're putting out.
Wait, did you talk about the Survivor bonus content for the patrons?
Yes, and for you Survivor fans out there, for those fans of
Pimping Out Our Child,
and people that really like a podcast that lasts 2 minutes.
This podcast has no problem getting it in.
Well, Zach lasted a little longer this time.
No, I had to beg him. I had to stop several times and be like, "Please come back and just finish talking to me for. I just have 2 more questions, Zach." He'd be like, "This is so boring."
But again, it was Zach's idea, and then Colleen, as usual, beats it like a dead horse. But let's.
I don't even know what that means. I don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it.
Anyways,
well, get up and leave like Zach does.
Yeah, exactly. Bye.
That's what I'm going to start doing now. Zach has shown me the way. Anyways, so a lot of cool stuff we're doing for the patrons. Check it all out. Patreon.com/JayandJack, or go to jayandjack.com and click on the Become a Patron link. All right, Colleen, let's jump into this recap. Now that we have a reward challenge in the pre-immunity challenge, that will be included in that section.
I actually thought when they showed up there... Oh, so we started with Edge of Extinction, right?
Yes, and Jack, were you happy Keith elected to go to...
Yeah, I'm very happy he decided to go. I thought Reem was going to kill him with the stick, but... there's just a little bit of rice she's got to eat. But there's not a lot of Keith there. He's mostly bones, so.
And yeah, he still wasn't starving like she was.
No.
But yeah, I think it was. So the few things that we did learn about Edge of Extinction is that it's really freaking dark and it's really rough out here. And then
I think it is. It's going to be like ringing the bell at Navy SEALs. Last person that doesn't want to go home.
Well, Dennis had a good theory.
They're making it rough on him, that's for sure.
Dennis had a good theory in the Facebook group, and if you'd like to join the Facebook group, you can go to facebook.com/groups/JandJack group, which we'll talk about, I think, in a little bit later in the show. But, okay, Reem. I know.
You're right there?
Yeah, I'm just going to pivot.
But wasn't that a big, I mean, if you're using it to balance yourself, why don't you get a stick that's like half the size?
Maybe it's the only stick she could find.
I don't know. It felt like she was.
Sometimes it's hard to find a good stick.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to find one that's like erect enough for you to hold on to.
Find a stick that you like.
I mean, as you get older, it's tougher to find one that can support your weight.
Exactly.
Anyway, I think, they had to struggle for the rice. I dig it.
They had to struggle for the rice, but I was talking about, I loved that they had to struggle. Like, that whole thing was awesome.
I dig it. It's like a very much like a true survival thing. I wish we had more time on it. I wish there was like a bonus episode.
Are
they showing on the
CBS.com? We talked about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, they are showing this extra stuff.
No, you're the one that told me, Jack.
I did?
Yeah, you said that they have extra content on CBS's website.
I don't know.
I told you that on air, or did I tell you that practically?
Yeah, you said it on air.
Did I?
I think so.
Okay.
I thought so.
Maybe you changed that column.
I don't remember saying it then.
That's maybe. I don't.
Well, either way, if they are, that's a good idea because Big Brother they show extra content on.
Yeah, and I think it becomes.
We've always said that about Survivors. They should show extra stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do show deleted scenes on.
I mean, look at how
CBS's.
Jay and Jack show. If you listen to Jay and Jack, you get bonus content like the stuff they make into the show. Like if they can do it, why can't Survivor?
Boys, focus on
all
CBS.
Right, let's move
CBS.com. They do have bonus things that were cut out of the show.
I'm glad.
I have
CBS.com
watched them
paying
myself.
us. Jeez Louise, look at this advertisement. All right, next.
I know.
Next
okay,
thing.
but motherly role. All of a sudden, she's like got to be there to make sure that Keith is
something.
okay.
You got to have something to keep you going. So if that works for her, let it be that.
Yeah. All right. So we go back to the main camps, though, and they start off with this reward challenge, which Jay and I both thought that for sure it was going to be a tribe swap because it just, I don't know, it had that like.
I thought it was going to be an immunity challenge.
Well, that was our other guess. We're like, oh, maybe this is it. And
because we knew in the preview for the previous week that Wendy
hurts her ankle.
So it was like, okay, is most of the time going to be dedicated to somebody getting hurt?
Yeah, or maybe. Yeah.
Well, that's what you said. That I thought you said that she gets evac'd out.
No, we were guessing
well, that's the
whether
guess.
or
Like
not.
Showing her hurt ankle. Is that going to be?
She has a bruised ankle.
Yeah, I know.
Wah.
She does. She does. So anyway, we had lots of inappropriate Jeff Probst quotes here. They were playing for chickens or for comfort. I noticed during this challenge that there were a lot of left shoulder tattoos.
What tattoos?
Observation.
Yeah, like I don't know, the cast
shoulder
tattoos.
Here's my question.
Like the
Millennials like them. You got to start that sleeve early.
I guess
you're playing for 3 chickens and a rooster, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? What?
That's a new reality show.
Wouldn't you rather take the comfort?
No, because I think chickens, you want the protein and you want the possibility of eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you guys still got 9 people. How are you going to split one egg if they only lay one egg? What if you get some dud chickens and they're not laying any eggs?
Yeah, if you get them going, they could lay multiple eggs a day.
Yeah.
I don't because lack of sleep also hurts you in this game too because it throws you off. Like you're not sharp. You're not good in the challenges. I get the protein, but I was thinking I might take the comfort.
Well, I think the difference is maybe if you're already 7 days of not eating in at that point, you're going to be probably more.
That's true.
Angled towards some type of.
Then you'll have one of the castaways who's terrible, and a terrible person take your flint.
Yeah, exactly, and stay on, not even be at risk of getting voted home.
Yeah, we had the Wendy ankle segment. It looks kind of bad.
I think David's already thinking that he's going to take her to Final 3 with him.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I think everybody is kind of thinking that, except for Wentworth and Mad
War
Dog or Mad Dog War Dog. Yeah,
War Dog.
I don't see War Dog lasting long. I don't see him lasting this possible coming up tribe swap whenever that happens.
I don't know. I think he might make merge.
Do you think in the tribe swap they'll put the 4 returning players on the one tribe?
Well, I mean, it's all random.
Yeah, but you know how it's random sometimes, and sometimes it might not be random.
Yeah, that's true.
You picked this one.
That's very,
like
that's
Ben
very
finding
true.
all those immunity idols.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think so. That wouldn't be very good drama, would it?
Can we talk about some good drama in the pre-immunity challenge?
Yes, please.
Aubrey finding.
Oh yeah, so let's
immunity
talk about
idol.
Aubrey. Well, yeah. Just to finish out this Wendy segment, though.
Okay.
Wendy wants to release the chickens, and everybody else is like, no. And
she still wasn't getting it.
And Dad Bod calls her a lovable, emotional nut, which I thought was very endearing.
Oh, that's what I say about you.
You do. You say that to me all the time. Usually it's emotional first, then lovable second, but
Sometimes lovable.
sometimes
In the
lovable.
right context.
Yeah, so
But
Cool.
was that a huge mistake? I guess it wasn't a huge mistake by Wendy, but in any other game, she should have been voted out.
Well, it's like one of those. What's her name? The one that everybody hates.
Debbie?
No.
Chaos Cast.
Abby Maria?
Abby Maria, where you're, and she's not as bad as Abby Maria by any stretch.
No,
but
no,
when
no.
you know that nobody likes them. Nobody's going to vote for them to win. It's the classic GOAT scenario.
Yeah.
But it's only the third week. I mean, it's just.
But she's clearly no threat to win at this point.
Not the way she's playing, no.
And then especially once there's this swap, the swap and then the merge.
Well, how does she bring the flip back? She can say Chris had it the whole time.
Oh,
Or
I'm
you
sure
just-
she'll just like throw it on the sand to be like, look what I found. And
mean,
everybody's
she
so
can't find
dumb
it.
that they'll
No,
know.
She can't find it.
Yes,
I think
but-
David knew she took it, but
Oh, yeah.
it's a easy vote for her, like him. Like he's going to have her
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah. But all right, Aubrey. Let's move on to Aubrey.
Yeah, it was such a I
Yeah.
teared up. I thought it was a really sweet.
What
They
I thought
showed
was
the
great
video
is
footage
not only
of-
did we get to see her looking for the idol, we got to see the old clips of her looking for
Yes,
idols.
I liked that.
I said, this is great.
I know you hate the idol searching. Jokes.
I'm
I get the
done
joke.
with the idol searching. I'm
But I
done.
thought that was really cool how it showed, multiple seasons of her trying to find it, and she finally found one. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, we could have had another 45 seconds of Wentworth's resting bee face.
Yeah.
And we
No,
got
active.
this
Hers is
instead,
active
bee
bee face,
face.
yes.
But instead we got this.
I thought it was really sweet. It was really emotional.
I would have cried, but I didn't have a tissue with me.
What a shame.
But I thought it was a really sweet scene. If she doesn't win this season, if this is the thing that makes her feel like this was worth her adventure or whatever, cool.
Yeah, then good for her. I love how Victoria and Ron were talking and didn't realize.
And Joe was right there.
that Joe was
Like
there.
when it panned to show Joe right behind him as they were kind of talking about Aubrey and Joe. I was like,
how did
they
you
didn't
not
realize
know
she was
that he
right
wasn't there?
behind him?
Oh my God, Joe! It doesn't.
I didn't see you there.
Victoria played it cool at least, but
Victoria,
still,
is she Peppy Longstocking?
Yeah.
Is that her name?
she's got some freckles.
Well, she has the hair, the whole thing going on.
Yeah.
But I just like going, come on, look around.
Yeah. But I think for sure, if they had gone, they probably would have knocked off Aurora, right?
Probably. That's how it seemed they were kind of going. Now, would it be really funny just throughout the season, like people would be talking and then Joe would just kind of appear all of a sudden in the back corner, like, God.
Yeah, right. Joe reverses the curse of the Spy Shack.
Yeah, he just like somehow appears like
He's
multiple times.
he's so graceful and so
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, they need to give him a pack of Tic Tacs so they know he's coming.
But just I think that'd be it's not going to happen, but that'd be a really funny recurring joke.
Well, it's funny because I saw Joe. I go, wait, is this an edit thing? I go and then when she goes, oh, he was there the whole time. I go, how did you not know he was there? He looked like it was a
Literally
mount.
right
It looked like there was nothing blocking the view.
No, it was like literally from me to Colleen, which is across this desk, was the distance between.
Yeah, but the best part is I don't think he actually heard them.
No, he didn't seem too wise to it.
No, but he knew that He knew that.
Classic Joey Amazing Fashion.
Yeah,
His
he knew that.
mustache and hair are blocking his hearing.
Yeah,
Yes.
seriously. It seemed like he knew that there were bad vibes coming from that conversation his way, but he didn't hear it.
They don't answer me directly.
Yeah.
Well, just follow them around and listen to them.
They'll never know.
Oh my god.
They
Anyway,
could be three of them standing together with Joe standing right there. Oh, wait, you've been here the whole time, Joe?
Oh my god.
let's go to the drowning hazard of a.
Oh
of a
my
challenge.
god. Yes, I cannot wait to watch this with Zachary for the Survivor bonus content and tell him to never do this at home.
Thankfully, I mean, I don't know, Jack, maybe you didn't feel the same way because you feel like, suck it up, you're going to be fine. But I was like,
if you die, you die.
If Keith would have done this, he would have died. He would have been dead.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done it.
Oh, you mean strapped to the? He'd
had
to be in
the
boat.
Swim and pull the boat with you.
Yeah. Well, I guess he'd jump off, maybe grab the. Well, he'd probably mess the key. Maybe they give him floaties.
I can't think. I mean, not to criticize or anything, but he would have died in this challenge.
Yeah, he couldn't have done it, could he?
No.
Can you imagine it? Because if the boat was only like 10 feet from where the keys were, it'd probably take him an hour and a half to swim that far.
Anyway, I mean, the blue tribe, was it Manu or whatever they are?
Yeah, they won.
No, they didn't. They lost. They had
your reward challenge. Immunity challenge.
They blew it on the spokes side. Which was that a Wentworth loss, or did David just not really care to win it?
No, they weren't. You had Division 1 Wentworth and David, and they weren't They weren't communicating.
Yeah, Aubrey had the right idea to put the stuff together before.
Yeah,
before they put them into the.
Why are we putting this one here? It doesn't fit. Well, I thought that person was putting it there.
Yeah, part of me thinks that David.
Or was it
Division 1.
Wentworth.
It was Division 1 and Wentworth, but Division 1's the one that was like, "Why? Don't put this here." But part of me thinks that.
But
David
you're my idol, so it's okay.
Yeah, David was very like, about wanted to do this Wentworth plan.
I don't know. It just was terrible.
I don't know. I thought the challenge itself, though, was actually really fun, despite the fact that I thought somebody might drown. But I don't know. I thought it was really fun, though. Then, though, post challenge, we have more talk about chickens and not killing them or killing them, to kill or not to kill a chicken.
Well, I thought War Dog he goes, but you eat chickens at home?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. But why are you? I can see if you're an animal rights person and you're,
or if you're Ty.
Yeah, like Ty.
What do you name his chicken?
You honestly believe in it, but why are you risking $1 million over a chicken? And like I said, I'll be honest. I don't think I could kill the chicken, but I could eat it. I don't think I could kill the chicken.
You are a mob wife.
I kind of love how much Wendy. Oh, the chicken was named Mark. That Ty, Mark the chicken. That's right. I kind of love how much Wendy perplexes War Dog.
Well, he's like a tri-state area, a stereotypical tri-state area person, male, right? And she is very much this SoCal millennial.
Yeah.
And or even she might be like Generation Z. I don't know if she's
24 or 25, right?
So maybe a very young millennial, if not older Generation Z. I don't know when that cutoff is.
I don't either.
But just they're very much opposites in terms of probably like culture and style.
Yeah.
But didn't she say she was a huge fan of the game and knew the strategy and all that stuff?
Everybody's a huge fan.
But she's been a terrible player so far. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I feel like she's just a wacky person, and Wendy's gonna Wendy.
Yeah.
Jinx.
You owe me a Coke.
You did a Wendy.
Yeah. I do kind of love Wendy as a character, though, especially this week where she's just so unapologetically like, yeah, I know I might lose, but whatever, free the chickens.
But they started the fire anyway.
They did.
We kind of had one, and they kind of kept it going. But
it was Chris that got the fire started. He got voted out.
Yeah. So can we talk about this? Just this
whole thing.
The tribal.
Yeah.
And David, I think, has the right move. David and Dad Bod have the right move where they want to get out Wentworth because I think that's
I agree with it.
And Chris is loyal to David, but also to War Dog for some reason. And David very astutely...
They compared hair tips.
David
nobody's laughing at the fact that War Dog is bald, right? Okay, well, finish your
Well, Chris has hair.
Chris has hair. I know, that was a joke, though. They compared hair tips.
It
was like a one-sided
friendship. Funny if you said David and War Dog compared hair tips. Because they're both bald.
So. Whatever, keep going.
It's like Wendy releasing a chicken. I don't know.
I wonder why Zach wants to bail out of the podcast earlier in the week.
He did tell me today. I was like, I can't wait to watch the challenge with you and do a podcast. It's like, podcasts are boring. I was like, "You're boring. Good night."
Good night.
So, no. So David, I think he's playing a really good game considering he's a returning player, and I think he's in seemingly, very much ingrained himself in this tribe, or has a pretty good alliance, and tells Chris exactly how it's going to go down if you tell War Dog.
Yeah, he did.
Chris stupidly tells War Dog, and it blows up in his face.
Well, I like War Dog goes, yeah, whatever you want to do, I'm fine with you. He goes, well, I think we should go Wentworth. Okay, hey, we got to get Chris off. He goes right away, and because I think David, that's what David's strength is.
Yeah,
he knows how to read people, and he knows that War Dog wants to run the show. You don't go to War Dog and tell him you're going to go against him. You either go, yeah, I'm with you, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, because exactly. he especially when you're telling him it's Wentworth, because you got Division 1.
And clearly War Dog has bigger allegiances to Wentworth than he does to Chris. And that was Chris's flaw. His weakness, that he clearly could not read that. So whatever hair braiding tips they shared wasn't enough for War Dog, probably because he didn't have any hair. I'm making the joke happen, guys.
You're again just taking this one.
Can I call myself Zach? Because I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Not only has Zach raised the white flag on the mast, I think Jack and I are pulling ours up right now, too. So, okay, let's talk about the decision to vote out Chris, because I still think the right move would have been Wentworth, because for David and Dad Bod, then Chris becomes the bad guy, and it's not even on you. So you get to make the blind side, but War Dog would have been pissed off at Chris.
Right.
So I don't. Maybe Colleen, maybe Jack, maybe you could come up with a scenario where
I think,
it makes
I
sense.
think David is flying under the radar. He knows he's a returning player, and he doesn't want to be the guy that thinks he's running the show.
Yeah.
Right, and I feel like
the target on him.
Chris has such a big mouth that perhaps they go back, Wentworth is gone, War Dog is pissed, and then Chris is like, well, it was David's idea. I mean, David and Rick, they're the ones that came to me about it, so maybe they were scared about that, or...
Is it Devin?
Devin? No, Devin is the one with the flower shoulder tattoo. Rick is Dad Bod.
That's Gavin. Gavin's the one with his shoulder tattoo.
Gavin.
Rick is Dad Bod, though, for sure.
Okay, I'm still stuck with Jared. But... No, I think he made the right move, because he's like you said, he's a returning player, and everyone seems to have a target on their back but him, because they don't seem to consider him a threat.
Yeah, well, he is a non-threatening person.
But he went to what? He went to the Final Four last time?
He did. They should see him as a threat, because he is a threat.
He's very strategic.
But he has a He's
very calming in his
calming,
approach.
Thank you. He has a very calming presence where I think that he maybe disarms people.
Yeah, clearly he does.
So I think that's why he
dad
didn't
jokes
for Wentworth, was not to rock the boat.
Yeah, that's true.
At this point, why rock? I mean, like I said, the smarter vote would be get rid of Wentworth, because Chris obviously is no threat to win because he can't keep his mouth shut.
True.
He's got, you got to be loyal. No, you don't have to be loyal.
I will say, though, I appreciated some of the more inside baseball stuff that we got this episode, where Wentworth was telling them, well, it's going to take a couple of hours once you kill the chicken to cook it, and this, I kind of liked some of the stuff you never see because it's gruesome and you don't want to, but I don't know, I kind of liked hearing about some stuff that
now you know, Colleen, if you ever do want to kill a chicken,
you got to pluck all the feathers off too.
Yeah.
I know.
That just seems like a lot of work.
It does seem like a lot of work.
Just get me a pillow.
We eat eggs every
I'll
morning,
take the pillow.
So I would have been okay with just the eggs.
Yeah,
maybe.
Me too.
Also, it was day 8, not day
Yeah, I was surprised they were going to kill the. I was surprised they were going to kill the chicken already. They didn't have the chicken. We didn't even talk about that. They brought the chickens back. They plop Wendy down and immediately leave her. Let her have her own space, and then they go talk about the chickens. Maybe that's what ticked her off too. I mean, no one stayed.
I think she's just weirdo, a lovable weirdo.
But still, someone should have stayed. Like I said, they should have probably taken her down to the ocean and soaked her.
Put her out to sea.
Well, no, put her ankle in the. I'm sure the water's cool.
She's no good to us anymore. She's got a bum leg.
Well, you got to get the swelling down.
True.
So, but anyway, they plopped her and. I don't know.
Oh man. Okay.
It just seemed like a weird scene.
Yeah, and Chris decided to go to Extinction Island. So it'll be interesting to see.
And he was so indignant, he literally had no idea that why he was there, and the fact that what David told him explicitly was going to happen if he did what he did happened.
Because he was like, "Screw those guys."
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah, I'm a manly man who shouldn't have gotten kicked off.
I wouldn't kick him out of bed still, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's got a big mouth. He might tell everyone.
There
fine. Ain't no walk of shame there.
That's fine.
He's the one that Instagrams from the bed.
Be posting it on Twitter.
Again, if you want to show my ugly mug with that, that's fine. That's upping my value.
Whatever.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
Right.
This episode, Island Hot. Before that, not so much. So right. I'm torn.
Okay. That's it for the recap. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Oh, those are some great ads. And I think it's now time for some listener feedback. Which
we didn't really get any this week.
Well, we have some stuff from the Facebook group.
We do have some stuff from the Facebook group.
So let me play the listener feedback music, and Colleen, you can cue that up.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Listener feedback. All right, it's listener feedback time. Colleen, what do we got?
All right, so we'll start with Dennis, who says, F the chicken killers.
So he's against the chicken killers.
I guess so. He is Team Wendy, I suppose.
Is Dennis a vegetarian?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's eating the hot dogs, and he brings the hot dogs.
He brings the sausages or the bratwurst.
In fact, he brings chickens and pulls the feathers out.
Okay.
I mean, one of the big events of the weekend is he kills a chicken in front of everybody.
Yeah. The weekend we're talking about.
I didn't realize it took him 2 hours to do it, but.
Well, he starts in the morning. Usually it's Dan with the crock pot stuff that Dan makes, and Dennis.
But nobody but Dan eats it because we're worried it's murdered people in it. It's people.
He's a big fan of Soylent Green.
I was gonna say, what's this Soylent Green? Slow cooker Soylent Green.
It's people. It's an inside joke for those that know Dan, who comes to our.
We do a meetup every May.
We're always minus one person at the end of the. There's always one less person at the end of the get together.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah, until we've. I used to think it was Dan until we found out that Drake was slowly also knocking people off with brownies.
The Drake.
JK.
All right. Dennis's theory.
Oh, so Dennis says that it looks like the 3 new tribes next week gets 1 player from Extinction Island. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
That'd be cool. It's a little early. I also don't think it's fair.
Wait, they all get to be. There's gonna be, if they split up to 3, each tribe's gonna get 1 player.
That's what Dennis's theory was.
I think no. I don't want that. I want them to stay there and suffer.
He wants them to suffer
and get back in the game.
Yeah, I think it's
don't
too
make it easy.
It's too early for it to bring them back.
Chris is going to come right back in the game after not really
I'm not going to knock his. I think it's a neat idea, but I think it's too early.
I like the idea. I think that it might be too early. I think we're going to get closer to the merge because I think that there needs to be more story on.
Well, they can't all come back because it's not going to last more than 13 weeks.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right, Dennis, your theory is done.
Oh man, you are ruthless. Sherry says, called it. Reem is mom leveling up to make sure that Keith is okay. She says, I can hear Colleen on the podcast now. She is the queen of picking up double entendres. They're struggling to get it up. You'll know when it's in.
Jack was more on top of it today, I gotta say.
Well, to be fair, he took the first opportunity he had to speak to get it out.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. And then Sherry also says that War Dog is passive threatening instead of passive aggressive.
Well, who's more threatening, him or Wentworth? War Dog doesn't scare me. Wentworth scares me.
Wentworth scares me because she's smart. War Dog doesn't. But she also has that look like she's going to kill you. Like when David said at Tribal, well, we might go for the more social player.
her face has got. I go, well, you're not really the social player, are you? What are you worried about?
Right.
So anyway, and then Jeff goes, I can't believe you have nothing to say. I was thinking, shut up, Jeff.
Leave me alone. God. Oh man.
Good times.
Anyway.
I did have some feedback from my complaining about looking for the idol. Jonathan Sherby had I thought it was a great idea. What do you guys think about this? That the viewers don't know who finds the idol. We don't know who has the idol. So when they play the idol, it's like, oh my God, that's a shock because we didn't know they had the idol. What do you think about it? I love that idea. It's like a great blindside.
But
right?
I feel like a lot of people would call shenanigans. Because we're seeing the story, anyway. And if we don't see who finds the idol, we're missing that part of the story, the overall story of the season.
I would love not to know who has the idols. It'd be like knowing the ending to a great book. Or if you don't know who has it, they go, "I have an idol." Oh my God, never saw that coming.
Yeah, I get it. I get like it being a surprise. But what if it's like something where it's part of the game where they've told them ahead of time or something like that? You know, like do you give it the same?
Well, you just don't show that part where they tell people they have the idol.
True.
I mean, just something different. Yeah. I know. I love the idea. I thought it was great.
All right. Well, that, I think, does it for our listener feedback section this week.
All right.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. I got something from JP via message today. Let me pull that up. That's what she said as well. All right. So he sent me the immunity idol rule per CBS. Okay, my computer is struggling to open it, so I'm going to open it through Messenger.
And make sure we get the players that find it are the likable players.
Yeah, right. That's subsection B. All right, here we go. Let's clear this up for fans and future players. When someone finds an idol, it is their idol, regardless of whether they hide it in their personal bag or bury it in the sand. An idol can never be taken from you. So, if another player discovered an idol that had already been found and then hidden in the sand, they could not use that idol, nor could they re-hide it or destroy it.
Would the
camera
crew tell them, "Hey, actually, you didn't get"?
I don't know, but there's no finders keepers rule. That's the moral.
So you couldn't take the idol and say, "Okay, I can't have this, but I can put it in the water and let it float away."
I don't know about that.
You said I can't destroy it. I'm not destroying it. I'm just letting it float away.
Yeah, right. That probably falls under a subcategory of definition of destroy. So,
I guess that makes sense, but yeah. I think if you don't have it in your personal belongings, I think it's open. I think it's open. It's Survivor. It's like when Rupert stole everybody's shoes. He's I'm a pirate. It's just he was doing something that But if you don't have the idol in your bag or on you, and you choose to hide it somewhere, you're hiding it at your own risk.
Right. I think that in this scenario, it's going to depend on if the player gives good FaceTime on the camera or not. If you're good on camera, then you might be able to pull a Rupert and get away with it. But if you're not, if they don't like you and they don't think that you're good, perhaps they'll be like, nice try, put it back. All right. I bet you can still go back and be like, guess what I found in the sand? Psst, psst, psst.
Somebody has an idol.
Yeah. I don't know. Jay, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be more fun if you are able to find it and,
Oh my God, they should. Okay, new idea. Next season, Survivor, season 39, hot potato idol. And you just keep tossing the idol.
Hot potato.
Yeah, it's like a free-flowing idol, like finders keepers. Whoever touches it gets it.
Okay. So
then you actually literally have to make it a crotch idol, or else somebody else could take it at any point.
Maybe.
I don't know. With that, let's move on.
Yeah, it's time to tally the votes. Let's go to who we thought preseason was going to go home. So Chris going home. Chris Underwood I said merge. Colleen, you said merge. But Jack, you said pre-merge.
Ooh, Jack is doing well this season.
You get the tally points.
There was something about him. I thought he would rub people the wrong way. Remember, I think I said that.
And then for who we thought was going home this week, Colleen, you said Wendy. I said Wentworth. So close. And Jack, you said Julie. None of those went home.
Yeah.
And now it is time to pick who we think is going home next week. So I am up first. I'm going to say... Was it Aurora?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Aurora.
A-U-R...
It means the dawn.
O-R-A. Like Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jack, it is your pick.
I'll stick with Julie again.
Julie?
Was it Julie?
At some point, it's got to stick.
It's the Central Park Pier.
Yeah,
yes.
The Central Park Pier.
Colleen?
I am going to go with War Dog.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah,
I
think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
And yeah, if it is a tribe swappy type thing next week,
he could rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good pick. All right, so the tally vote total as it stands for the season so far, Jack, you're in the lead with 3 tallies.
It's over.
Winner's pick is Victoria.
Victoria.
Pick, Eric is still in it, but I only have 1 tally. And Colleen, you also have Victoria, and you only have 1 tally, though. So, Jack, and a good start to the season.
Jack.
I believe it was it Chaos Cast that said, the great Chaos Cast that said, got a long way to go, Jeff?
Yeah, I believe everything Chaos Cast said because she's such a great player.
No, that was when Spencer said, Cass, 0% chance of winning the game. And
and he was right.
But she then turned around and said it's a long game because he was implying that she was going to get kicked out the following week. And then she made it all the way to 4.
But she had 0 chance to
3.
win. She could have made the final 3. She still wouldn't win.
She did make the final 3.
She could be the only person thing. She could be the only person left.
Actually, you are wrong, good sir. Because
if Wu would have picked her,
they said they would have they would have voted for Cass to win. So right? No, they said they would have voted for Wu. So Wu made the wrong choice. Okay, maybe Jack
would have won.
No, I think they said Cass would
have
won.
No,
she would have gotten votes, but they would have voted for Wu.
Okay. Anyway,
it was $1 million mistake.
Let's move.
But he can sleep well at night, so cool.
Good for him. All right, that is it for this week's Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen. Give us a call at 385-309-0311.
Calling time.
Also send an email to survivorjjc@gmail.com. Join our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/Jay and Jack Group. Want to thank the people that make this show possible. Our patrons, especially Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter, Maggie the Magnificent, The Drake, Joanne with the Plan, and Ed, the letter carrier, who is also the creepy mailman.
Thank you. By the way, my Facebook algorithm gave me a advertisement today for the Drake Hotel in San Diego.
Oh, nice.
I posted a picture in the Patrons group.
I saw that.
I thought it was really funny. I was like, wow.
The Drake.
Clearly, Google has been listening to me talk.
This show is also made possible by our team at Jay and Jack Productions. Artwork by Jacob Parr. Website management by Rob Franceschini. Posting and overall administration of the entire operations is Colleen. Jack, who hosts the most podcasts on the network. And then this show is produced by me as well as co-hosted by me.
So I basically don't do anything but talk.
Which, that's important.
Okay.
I mean, it is a podcast network.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
And I'm leading in the tallies right now.
Don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't do anything.
I don't care.
All right. That is it. We'll see you guys next time. Hasta luego and goodbye.
Peace
Bye.
out.